Hey guys, it's Tim and this is Wrestling Unlimited. So, if you guys have seen what was going on with the channel over the last couple of days, things were not too favorable in my, I guess you could say favor. Excuse me. I took a big drink right before this and I got caught in my throat. So, things were not in my favor over the last couple of days. I do want to give a big shout out to the Team YouTube Twitch account and the YouTube creator support team for quickly resolving the issues. But there was a few things that I did that I should have seen the flags on, that I should have been aware of, that could have lost me 8 years of work, my sole income that pays all my bills and keeps the food on the table for me and my family. And I wanted to do this little quick live stream video here just to tell you guys exactly all what happened. And maybe if any of you also have a YouTube channel, what to not do in the future to have something like this happen to you. So this all started Wednesday or Thursday. And someone reached out to me through Twitter. That should have been the first red flag, saying, hey, I'm the managing director of, and I don't remember exactly now. I have screenshots and links and everything to go back and look, but I'm the managing director or marketing director of X company. We work with a bunch of different companies and we have a video editing software that we feel would be a great sponsor for your YouTube channel. We think that we could partner up and have them sponsor your channel and in turn maybe bring some, sales to the software, the company that makes that software. And I was like, oh, cool. We don't do many sponsor things because I'll just be honest. I still need to learn more about I still myself need to, even though I've been doing this for 8 years, I still myself need to learn more about how to reach out to sponsors, the best way to do so, how to get sponsor brand deals and whatnot. If anybody knows and wants to help me out, greatly appreciated. And this is me being very ignorant and uneducated on this to think they're going to reach out through Twitter. That should have been my first red flag. They're reaching out through Twitter. But first thing I did before I responded is I go to the guy's Twitter account and everything looks legit. Everything looks on the up and up. So I engage and I say, hey, I am Tim. I run the channel and I would love to have your software sponsor the channel. What do we need to do going forward to make this happen? He said, we want to run a 60-second ad during one of your videos, maybe multiple, and go from there. What would your rate be? So I told him, hey, we do 60-second ads. We can do those through the podcast. We do 3 podcasts a week. Would you like to sponsor just one, or would you like to do a whole week? So I gave him rates for both. If he wants to just be on one podcast throughout the week, whether that's the Raw, Dynamite, or SmackDown review, or if he wants to be on all 3. So we talk a little bit. We talk over the money. He just clarifies what I mean by all 3 and this and that. And he goes, okay, let me get back to the client really fast, and then I'll get back to you. A little bit later, he gets back to me and says, everything's good. They like the price. They like this. They like that. Let's move forward. And I was like, awesome. What do I need to do to make this happen? And he was like, well, I'm going to send you a file. You're going to download the zip file. And in that zip file is going to be some graphics you can use for the sponsorship, the 60-second ad we want ran, and we also have the contract within these files. So again, me being dumb, and this is me being real dumb because you don't know how many people I know in cybersecurity that have been just reaming me for this over the last couple of days. Like, I thought we taught you better. I thought you knew better, this and that, and blah. So I download the file, only scanned the zip file with my security software on my computer, AVG free, if you want to know, and it said clean. So then I unzipped the file, and that's when I got a warning saying, hey, this file right here might not be good. Would you like to keep the file? Would you like to quarantine the file and get rid of it? Well, apparently, I didn't click. Now, there's one or two things that could have happened here that I'm still not 100% sure on. Either I didn't click quarantine and delete the file fast enough, or when I was going through that, I accidentally opened an exe file that said it was the contract. And so in doing so, I open it and I go, this is weird. I go back to the guy and I go, hey, I just got flagged that this may have some malware on it. Plus, why is the contract an exe file? The contract should be either some sort of DocuSign thing, a PDF, or a Word document, right? He goes, oh, no, it's an encrypted thing, so that way no one can this and that. And he tried to give me all these excuses, and I'm like, well, I'm not going to open it. I don't feel safe with this. And he's like, I'll send you a PDF later if you want. And I was like, okay, cool, whatever. At that point, I was done with it. I was like, I'm not going to deal with these guys anymore. So maybe 20, 30 minutes go by. I got music playing over here on my YouTube music account on this screen over here. I've got so that's my left screen. On my right screen, I've got Chrome open. And on my middle screen, I am working in After Effects, creating graphics for the SmackDown review. Getting all the graphics ready so I can record a SmackDown review. And all of a sudden, my music stops playing. I go, that was weird. What just happened? And all of a sudden, it just starts cycling through all the music I have saying, you don't have access, you don't have access, you don't have access, you don't have access to this. And I'm like, well, what do you mean? What's going on? And so it eventually logs me out of my Google account. It does all this other stuff. And what happened was that exe file that said it was the contract is some sort of phishing software that immediately looks at your Chrome and attacks the Google account that is currently being used. Because I was logged in with my email, people know my email, timmybuddy89@gmail.com. That's not a secret. Because I was logged into that session, boom, it targeted that Gmail account, that Google account, and in turn gave them access to the account. In turn, gave them access to the YouTube account, which is what they wanted. They didn't touch anything else that I could find so far with my Google account. Looks like nothing else was touched, which is good to see. But I start freaking out. I call people I know in the security biz and this and that, and I'm like, hey, my computer was just hacked. And as I'm talking to these people, I'm also tweeting, hey, I think my computer was just hacked. My Google account was just hacked. YouTube channel was just this and that. And Team YouTube does see that, which is awesome on them. I've interacted with Team YouTube on Twitch or Twitter before, and they've been really good about helping me out with some issues I've had or things like, hey, why does YouTube do this now? It used to do it like this. And there's like, oh, well, this is a change. Anyways, so they're like, hey, how can we help? And I was like, well, I don't have access to my Google account, so I can't even try to file a ticket on that Google account to say that it's been hacked and now my YouTube channel has been compromised. And I tell them everything, my YouTube channel is my sole income, this and that, and da-da. They said, do you have a Google account you can get into? I said, yes. Because as soon as I realized that my main Google account was compromised, everything else I have, I have a couple other Google accounts, my Twitters, my Instagram, my Facebook, everything, Restream for this channel and everything. I wouldn't change the passwords on all of that. Now, apparently, all my Google accounts had proper two-factor authentication set up, but for some reason, my main Google account, it wasn't. I don't know if it wasn't, or when they got into it, they turned that off. So regardless, what happened was I tried to do the whole thing of forgot my password, can't get into my Google account. And what they did was they changed all the security things. They immediately turned off everything that I had as far as like a backup email to try and get through that way. They turned off any 2FA that I may have already had and turned it into 2FA with a key, which means you have to plug. So basically when you try to log in on a computer, you have to plug in a USB device that then says this is you. So they went super hard in locking it down. They would then proceed to change the name of the YouTube channel. They would then proceed to not delete all the videos, but put them all as unlisted. Make it so now my channel, this channel you're watching on PW Unlimited, has videos that direct you to a different YouTube channel. And then they went live with some podcast about cryptocurrency. And when that was over, and 20,000 people saw that, because literally 20,000 people jumped in that live stream. Once that was over, they changed stuff on the channel again. They changed the logos, they changed the name, and they ran another live stream. Well, in the process of them running the second live stream, the channel got terminated, taken down, flagged for violating community guidelines. I think that was because so many of you reported the channel as hacked, which I appreciate. Greatly appreciate. And so with all of this, Google says, or Team YouTube's like, all right, cool. You do have a YouTube or Google account you can get into. I said, yes. They said, okay, we're going to run a ticket. We're going to give you a form to fill out. That form must only be filled out through this Google account that you have access to. No other Google account. Do it on that one because we're going to say that that is you. So I fill out the form, give them all the information they need, and they tell me, and this is where I was freaking out. Didn't sleep at all Friday. They tell me once you fill it out, someone will reach out to you within 1 business day. And I'm like, I got to sit here all weekend, worried, scared, not knowing what's going on. And so I kind of just decompress, spend the night with the family. I watched Lilo and Stitch with my daughter that night to try and just calm myself down and everything. And I wake up in the morning, nothing. And I'm like, okay, I didn't expect anything because it's Saturday. I'm expecting nothing till Monday. Then I'm laying on the couch. We're watching TV. I don't remember what we're watching. I think we're watching Jumanji. It was on AMC. And I get a message from the YouTube creator support saying, hey, we looked over your stuff. We've determined that you are who you say you are. We determined that you should get access back to your channel. Fill out this to change your password and regain access. And I go, whoa, that was quick. That's less than 24 hours. This all happened around maybe 11 Central. I got all that at about 9 the next day. So it was roughly 24 hours, right before 24 hours. And so I fill that out. Boom, I'm in to the Google account. Immediately go check everything on that Google account. Nothing was changed other than, the phone number and the 2FA. But what Google did, which I highly appreciate, was they restored the Google account to where it was pre-hacked. Now, stuff's not over yet. Everything's not over yet, though. Still didn't have access to the YouTube account. So I'm like half relieved, but still not fully relieved because I didn't know if, with the YouTube account terminated, would I still be able to get back to it? Or is it just gone? Did they delete everything, or am I going to have to start over? And so I get back into the Google account, and they say, okay, now we're going to try to recover your YouTube account. Please tell us, the IP address, the device exactly you used to recover the Google account when we sent you the last email, and then we'll go from there. Again, doing all this stuff to authenticate it's me, not somebody else. So I do all that, and I'm sitting, and then all of a sudden I'm just like, I'm going to refresh the YouTube and see what's up. And all of a sudden it's back. I go to the YouTube Studio app. Boom, I got access. I'm like, oh, damn. Then about 20 minutes later, I finally get the email. Hey, we've restored access to your channel. We've got your channel back. We try to do as best as we can to put it back at a pre-hacked state. So we're all good. We've lost, I can tell you exactly. So before the hack, we had 178,115 subscribers. Now we're at 177,608. So I think, we did lose some subscribers. Let's see. 178,115 minus 176,608. We did lose. No, I did that wrong. 178,115 minus 177,608. We did lose 507 subscribers. And I'm very thankful to Google that this only took about 24 hours. So we didn't lose more subscribers. So we didn't lose more followers on the channel. That was super good. Now, as I'm restoring all these videos, as I'm going through, taking everything from unlisted back to public, it starts posting old videos as new. And that, I don't know why it did that, but it did that because I was restoring everything. And if you guys got notifications from stuff that was like, this news is from 2021, this news is from 2016, that's why. It's old videos that I don't know if maybe I had them as unlisted before, or they got unlisted and then they got republished. I don't know exactly why it did that. There was a number of videos that got republished as new when they are not new. And so I think everything's good. I go and look at who's got permissions to the channel. It's me and another account that I thought was me. Then apparently, early this morning, they get back in, change everything, and run another live stream. What happened was they saw the names of whoever I had given permission to access the channel before, created a fake Google account with that same name, and tricked me into thinking that was my other Google account. Because I always used another one of my Google accounts as a backup just in case anything ever happened. Like I got locked out, forgot the password or something, I can get back into the YouTube through my other Google account. But what they did, I guess smart on them, saw what I had, created an account with that same name, And so they technically still had access, not full access, because they weren't listed as an owner. You can't be listed as an owner, but they had access to do almost everything. And so I had to come back again this morning, change everything back up as far as make everything, because they put everything to private this time, make everything public, change the name back to Pro Wrestling Unlimited, and now we're finally good to go. But what I want you guys to know is, and this is what I have learned over these last 24 to 48 hours, 99% of the time, if someone wants to sponsor your YouTube channel, they are not reaching out through Twitter. Now, there is the possibility that they could. I know someone that that's how we got our I'll say right now, that's how we got our Manscaped sponsorship. When we used to be sponsored by Manscaped sent out a tweet stating, hey, we want to sponsor a bunch of smaller YouTube channels, send us a DM. And so I did the whole communication to get a Manscaped sponsorship through Twitter. Hence why I thought, well, this could be real too, because it had been real to me before. To the fact of, we were sponsored by Manscaped. Manscaped sent me free stuff. I worked with Manscaped as far as a sponsorship deal. They said if you could sell 10 items, we'll sponsor the channel. We only did 8 in the allotted time they gave me. But everything, that was something that was through Twitter before that was real to me. So I assumed this was real. But as I have learned, 99 times out of 100, 99% of the time, people are not reaching out to you through Twitter to sponsor your channel. Also, if they are sending you any kind of file, don't open it. If they say, again, if they're from Twitter or whatever, regardless, you're not going to get an exe file that is a contract. You're going to get some sort of a DocuSign kind of deal. Something you're probably open through your web browser. That's another red flag right there. So, again, do your due diligence. I thought I did and really didn't. Again, like I said, I had gotten a sponsorship through reaching out on Twitter before, so I thought they were reaching out on Twitter. This is real. This could be something, but it wasn't. Again, they got in through my computer. They got in through my Chrome and got into whatever Google account I was logged into as my main at that time. What session was live, and that, boom, they had some sort of like phishing hacking deal that got them into my Google account. They were able to then jump in, change all the security stuff so I couldn't go back in, and the rest is the rest. Again, I want to say thank you to Google and Team YouTube and YouTube Creator Support for working quickly and not stressing me out keeping me stressed out all weekend. Because again, when they said someone will reach out within one business day, I'm like, Monday, freaking A. So yeah. Anywho, Palestine says, who was the scammer? Who's a Twitter scammer? I mean, I'd have to go back and look, because as soon as they got access, they deleted all the DMs, but I still had the name of that Twitter account, so I can still get to them. But I can still get to the person that messaged me. I can't see all the DMs anymore because they deleted all the DMs, but I can still go to that person's account on Twitter. But everything should be good with the channel now. We're going to work as normal. We're going to, go with the flow, do the same thing we've always been doing, and go from there. So Raw review tomorrow. I'll post some new stuff today that we may have missed over the last couple of days, like Natalya signed a new contract. Stephanie Vicure worked her first WWE match last night. Mercedes Moné got announced for a match this week on Dynamite with a title on the line, which I'll agree with that match. Why are we getting, again, it's an open challenge, but why are we getting Mercedes and Nyla Rose, who has won one AEW match all year? Like, come on. But the big thing is just be more aware, be more alert on things that are going on, and just don't open freaking files on your computer unless they came from someone you know, or you. And I was super sure, but I guess I shouldn't have. And just the big thing is being more aware, especially if you are a YouTube creator. That's the main reason I wanted to make this video, just to give you guys insight on what happened to me so it doesn't happen to any of you going forward. That's the one thing. I don't want this to happen to anybody else. Even if it's, people I don't like, or people that I've had beef with, or people that, whatever. I don't want this to happen to anybody else, because it's not ideal. Like, I was stressing out to the point where I made myself throw up because I was so stressed out over this. Just going to say it. So with that, again, I want to appreciate everybody that reached out to be like, hey, everything's going to be fine. Hey, don't worry. Hey, YouTube can take care of this. Like, even people that didn't know what they were saying or have any knowledge, that trust me, I could tell the messages of people that knew what they were talking about and didn't, but just trying to reassure me to help calm me down. I greatly, greatly appreciate that. And then all the comments we've gotten since, we've been back up. Hey, glad you're back. Glad that you're not gone. Love your work. Would hate for your work to be gone and this and that. So again, I want to thank everybody that supports the channel, everyone that's been very supportive through all this, everybody that flagged the channel when they were running their live streams and everything to basically tell YouTube, hey, this ain't right. This channel's been hacked. So that's another thing that did help, was all the people that flagged the channel for being hacked. It actually, what I was told, helped YouTube work faster to realize that I'm not somebody else. I'm who I am, and that somebody else was in control of the channel. And then also, again, double check when something, if God forbid something like this does happen, just triple double check all security measures later. Like I said, I didn't, and I thought, it said owner me. And then it said others with permissions, and it was the same name as one of my other accounts. And so what they would have done, and I know I've already said this, but what they probably did, what it looks like, is they saw the name of one of my other accounts, created a Google account with that same name, deleted my Google account as far as with permissions, put theirs with permissions, and then tricked me into thinking that was my other account when it wasn't. But also gladly, I'm super glad that when they ran their live stream this morning, when they tried to take back over, the channel didn't get terminated again or anything. It did get flagged with a warning, but nothing that I'm worried about on that end. So, again, I do want to appreciate and say thank you to everybody that supports the channel, everybody that supports my work, everybody that's been around for the last, anytime within the last 8 years or so. And we're back, we're rocking, we're rolling, and this is a wake-up call to me to don't take things for granted. Don't think, and I'll say it right now. The channel is verified, Messy. The channel does have, at least it should, the verified, and I'll double check, verified check mark. My YouTube channel does. I can double check on that though. Ooh, yes. Verified. It does have the check mark. We are a verified channel. Just looking at something really quickly. Hold on, give me one quick second. I need to, nothing wrong, nothing bad. I'm just double checking that we are verified. I just want to see. One or two things here for a quick second. Probably look at it through this one. Yeah, we are still verified. That's one thing. If you try to change the at PWUnlimited or at whatever the YouTube channel is too many times, they'll unverify you. And so I'm glad that I didn't get unverified changing it back, because they had changed that. So again, I just want to say thank you to everybody that supports the channel, supports my work, that's been around anytime through the last 8 years. And we're back, we're rocking and rolling. I know I've been slacking recently as far as like not getting news out fast enough, or not getting all the news out, and sometimes being like, I'll do it later, and then not doing it. But again, this is a wake-up call. Don't take things for granted, and work as hard as you can to do the best that you can. So again, guys, have a great rest of your Sunday. I'm going to go watch the NASCAR race after that wild finish to the IndyCar race earlier today. Prayers to former President Donald Trump, who they tried to assassinate yesterday. Hopefully no one tries to do that to President Biden. And, now there's people saying, oh, maybe Biden's next. They're going to go after Biden. This ain't a political thing, but I'm just saying. And the one man that was killed yesterday, prayers and thoughts for his family. The two that are injured in critical care, thoughts to them and their family as well. As crazy time in the land we live. So with that, guys, have a great rest of your Sunday. Have a great rest of your weekend, week, whatever. We're going to be back rocking and rolling better than ever. Have a good one, guys.